This morning, the one and only Miss Tara is taking us to another off-the-beaten-path destination. But if I said Bonaire, would you even know where that is?
No clue. So it's a Caribbean island off the coast of Venezuela.
Right.
And Tara, I'm surprised you liked it so much because you have actually gone back there again and again and again, which is something you don't typically do.
I like to experience everything possible, so to go back to a place over and over says a lot, in my opinion. Yes, you're right. This is a place that's ranked the #1 shore dive destination in the world, and a month after our first visit there, I was interviewing Harrison Ford, who had just come back from Bonaire. In fact, I think we missed him by a few weeks, so we have now been at least 2 more times. You can get there through Miami, Atlanta, Houston. Check the flight schedule because they don't operate 7 days a week. It is near Aruba, Curacao, but it's a much quieter, more rugged spot if you're into diving, snorkeling, water sports, flamingos, great food. They've got a cute downtown. They've got it all. And we stayed at a place called Harbour Village Hotel, and it almost felt like going back to visit and hang with family. Take a look.
Hello.
Did you miss us?
Welcome. I did, of course.
Okay, he's being nice. We've actually been coming to this place for years. In fact, and this does not happen often, they upgraded us to a casita, more like a house, the same spot where the Dutch royal family stayed about a year earlier. Harbour Village is a pricier option on the island, but man, it is beautiful and everything is right here, including the dive shop.
Okay, so they have you do a checkout dive. It's been probably a year since we dove last, so it's good to kind of get acclimated, make sure the weight is right, so you're not sinking to the bottom.
A mandatory checkout dive so they know we're legit, and then from there, we're on our own.
What makes the diving here so special?
It's hard to pick one thing in particular. I think out of all the places I've been to, though, I'd say it's the most beautiful reefs that I've seen.
The rental cars on the island come with dive racks, so you just literally put your tanks on, you pick a spot, and head right in.
Well, here in Bonaire, I think you have close to 60 dive sites from shore. We have, from time to time, people from Arizona coming to dive with us. Great people, very happy. As soon as they see around, they say, oh my gosh.
But even if you don't dive, the snorkeling just as good.
Oh, you can dive or snorkel right off the beach. We have a wonderful house reef. I was swimming the other day and actually saw an octopus right off 3 feet off the shore. So, it's been a protected marine park since the 70s on Bonaire, and it's just amazing what you can see right offshore. Bonaire is kind of the best kept secret. It's a special place. It's got a special vibe.
What's your favorite drink to make?
Passion fruit martini.
The people are so welcoming and friendly. I mean, they speak 4 languages, and it's just wonderful to have them on our staff.
How has it changed over the years? I mean, I was talking to your husband, he's like, oh, you should have seen it. 20 years ago, 7,000 people lived on the island. Now you've got about 22,000 residents. It's still laid back, but man, it sounds like it was even more so back in the day.
It was really laid back. And I really feel like it hasn't changed much in the sense of the people and the way you feel when you come here. There are a few more hotels, a few more people, but honestly, I think it's the same Bonaire as it always has been.
Okay, I'm already excited because Augusto is doing all the work.
Another reason we like it here, they have kiteboarding, and as you can see, the water is gorgeous.
How you doing?
Very good.
The water's beautiful.
It's so nice.
It's euphoric, especially in water like this where you can see fish below you on the reef. And it's just...
It's a little bit nasty, but it's super tasty.
Oh, that looks great.
There's also a thriving food scene in Bonaire, including our favorite lunch spot, a food truck called Kite City. And a spot that I had never been able to get into until now. In fact, this is something I always recommend. I cannot tell you, if you keep checking, even when you're on a trip, something might open up, which it did at Chef's. 16 spots around a bar and a few tables where you can watch the magic happen. A 5-course menu designed by the chefs that's a surprise.
That's beautiful. That's a great presentation.
And of course, we love Bolandra at the Harbour Village, where they know us, and once again, the chefs dazzled us with local fare.
We have fresh and fresh lobster.
Thank you so much. That looks delicious.
I love what your son said. You've got 3 sons. One of them apparently has traveled all over the world. Tell me what he said to you that really meant a lot.
He told me, Mom, for all my travels, it really has made me realize how special Bonaire is. What a special place it is. It just is. There's really no place like Bonaire.
All right, have fun.
Thank you. See you next time.
You?
It is! Look at that!
That looks like something right out of a movie.
Yes.
That looks that's impressive.
Listen, I feel bad because it looks cool. I have not really progressed in my kiteboarding. I just go back and
The
forth.
fact you're standing up is amazing to me.
You know
and
what?
doing
Thank
it.
you. My husband foils, so if you've ever seen, the thing that looks like a magic carpet.
That's another
raised-
beast.
It's a whole other beast. I
Stick
haven't
to
tried
what you're
that yet.
doing. You look great.
Right.
But it's a neat place. A lot of people go to the Caribbean. A lot of people here go to Hawaii. Bonaire is something to consider. It's kind of an undiscovered secret. It's very rugged. There are parts that are beautiful. There are parts that aren't as beautiful, but the water, I mean, just consistently is stunning. We love it there.
I feel like that's everywhere, you know? There's
Yeah.
a little bit of beauty here, then
Yep.
it gets a little rough, then you get a little beauty. You got to find the good in everything.
There you go.
That's a beautiful destination.
It
So,
really is.
I guess my question is, in all your world travels, will you be back?
Yes.
To Bonaire? Okay.
We go back because you can dive and kite, and for anybody, and obviously snorkel. But if you want to learn to dive, it is a great spot because you can do it right from the shore, as you saw. And they give you lessons. There are a lot of divers that go there, and it is, a protected marine park around the island. So it's just stunning. It's a great place to learn if you're thinking of it.
That looks in the Harbour Village, right there on the beach.
I know it's really nice.
Yeah, we'll sit in our long chair. We'll just wave to you as you
while you're out there
kite.
doing it.
Listen, they've got all kinds of accommodations there. I mean, I would go and stay in a tent on that island. It doesn't really matter. It's just a fabulous place to go, and not as crowded or touristy.
Best time of year to go?
Yeah, what would be the best time?
Great question, actually. We always go between January and April usually. It does get a little bit warm in the summer, but
humid,
there's water there, so it doesn't really matter. To me, any time is great, but I do love that kind of winter time.
That sweet spot.
Yeah, that sweet spot.
Oh.
Chef's Restaurant. You said you tried to go before, and this is your first time ever getting in.
Well, I mentioned this in the package. I cannot tell you, and it's not just chefs. Whether it's hotels or concert tickets you're looking for or restaurants you're trying to get into, even if they say we've got nothing available, if you just keep trying, even the day, and in this case, the day before, I'm giving it one more shot. Did anything by chance become available? And it did. And that's just, I always do that.
Consistency. I'm a great stalker of people and things. So
Just keep checking.
do your diligence.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so
Thanks for
much.
letting me come
Great
on.
story.
Thank you.
Shout out to Pierre who helped edit that because he did a really nice job with
Yes.
the music and
It
kind
looked
of
good.
jazzed
And
it
those
up.
shots, that looked amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Tara.